Good afternoon, one and all. I'm R.V. Kiran, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. Today, in this video lecture, I am going to explain a problem on third model of the motion of the follower, that is the uniform acceleration and retardation. So, in the previous classes, we have discussed about the flat edge follower and the knife edge follower and the roller follower, the types of followers, and we have also discussed about the simple harmonic motion and uniform velocity. And today we are going to see the third type of the motion of the follower. And this is my 44th lecture regarding to the subject kinematics of machinery. So this is the given question here. So first of all, study the question carefully and drag the inputs from the question. So a cam with a minimum radius of 50 mm rotating clockwise at a uniform speed is required to give a knife edge follower. So if a cam is having a minimum radius of 50 mm, so radius as 50 mm, next rotating clockwise at a uniform speed to a knife edge follower. So the type of follower is knife edge follower. The motion is described below. To move the outwards through 40 mm. So this is the stroke of the follower, which is 40 mm, and this is the outstroke angle, that is 100 degrees. It is given here to move outwards through 40 mm during 100 degrees of rotation of the cam. Next, to dwell for the next 80 degrees. So dwell period is for 80 degrees. To return to its starting position during next 90 degrees. So to return means return stroke, it is 90 degrees, and last one to dwell the rest period of your revolution, that is 90 degrees. So remaining 90 degrees will be the dwell period. Draw the profile of the cam. When the line of the stroke of the follower passes through the center of the camshaft, and when the line of stroke of the follower is offset by 15 mm. So offset position also given as 15 mm. And in the first one, it passes through the center of the camshaft. So these are the two profiles we have to draw. Next, the displacement of the follower is to take place with uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. So this is the motion of the follower. So we totally have four types of motions. First one is the uniform velocity. Second one is the simple harmonic motion. Third one, uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. And last one, cycloidal motion. Determine the maximum velocity and acceleration of the follower when the camshaft rotates at 900 rpm. So the speed also given, which is given as 900 rpm. So we have to find the maximum velocity and acceleration of the follower. Next, draw the displacement diagram, velocity and acceleration diagrams for one complete revolution of the cam. So this is the 15 marks question. So this is the longest question. So they will give This question has 15 marks question only, not for 10 marks or any other thing. So it is a big one. So you have to draw the all diagrams, that is the displacement diagram, velocity diagram, and acceleration diagram. So the velocity and acceleration diagrams have to be drawn with the help of the values getting from maximum velocity and acceleration of the follower. So these are the given data for the question. So from the given data, you have to write the input. So from the given data, we have write the input. So given stroke of the follower, that is 40 mm, it is taken as 0.04 meters because we are converting it to meters only. Next downstroke angle is 100 mm. So that is theta of O is 100. We are converting it to radians. 100 into pi by 180. That is 1.745 radians. Last one, angle of return stroke, that is theta of r, which is 90 degrees. So by converting it to the radians, it is 1.571 radians. Next, they have given the speed, that is n is equal to 900 rpm. So these are the given data. So from these, we are going to draw the, first of all, you have to draw the displacement diagram for the motion of the follower, that is uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. And the follower is knife edge follower here. So in the displacement diagram, we does not need the type of follower. We only have to take the type of the motion, that is uniform acceleration and uniform retardation. So going to the displacement diagram. So this is the displacement diagram you have to be drawn. So first of all, in the procedure in the previous classes also, first of all you have to draw the rectangle which is having a height of 40 mm and length of 360 degrees. So we have to scale the 360 degrees into length. So I am taking the common scale, that is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 degrees. That is total 360 degrees have been converted into 36 centimeters. That is 36 centimeters is equal to 360 degrees. So after converting the degrees into the line section, that is the linear section, we have to divide the rectangle into four sections. That is, first one is the outstroke, second one is the dwell, third one is the return stroke, and fourth one is the dwell. So they have given the outstroke angle as 100 degrees, dwell period as 80 degrees, return stroke as 90 degrees, and dwell period as 90 degrees. So 100 degrees means it is taken as 10 centimeters. That is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 degrees. That is 10 centimeter is equal to 100 degrees. Then dwell period is 80 degrees. That is 8 centimeters. Next return stroke angle is 90 degrees. We have to take it as 9 centimeters. And remaining period is the dwell period. That is 90 degrees. We have to take it as 9 centimeters. Next, divide the outstroke section into 6 number of equal parts and name it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after dividing the section into 6 equal parts, we have to take the center line, that is the third portion vertical line, and we have to divide this section also into same number of equal parts, that is 6 equal parts. So after dividing the vertical line into 6 number of equal parts, so we have to rectify the, sorry, we have to recognize the center point and then divide the lower 3 equal parts to the first point, that is the 0 point. We have to join these points to the 0 point, and the remaining 3 points have to be joined to the last corner point, that is G point. This is the G point. You have to draw these lines to that point. So from that, we got the intersection of points as B, C, D, E. So this is the B, C, D, E F points, and we have to draw the join the points through a freehand curve. So we have to firstly join it into freehand curve. So the pink line color line is the freehand curve. And next for the next 80 degrees, it is the dwell time. So we have to just draw the simple straight line to it. Next, this is the return stroke section. So the return stroke also have been divided into 6 number of equal parts, in which the center line, that is 3 dash line, is divided into same number of equal parts, that is 6. So from the center line, the procedure we have done for the outstroke is same for the return stroke also. So we have to join the upper 3 points to the H point and lower 3 points to the P point. Next remaining period is the dwell period. That is, we have to draw the straight line. So this straight line have to be drawn in a straight manner. Then we have to organize this section, that is the outstroke, dwell period, return stroke, and last one is also dwell period. The stroke of the follower is 40 mm, and we have to dimension the angle sections also, that is 100 degrees for the outstroke, 80 degrees for the next dwell period, 90 degrees for the return stroke and 90 degrees for the dwell period. So these are the displacement diagram points. Next we have to draw the camshaft. So the knife edge of the knife edge follower should be on the axis of the camshaft. So first of all, we have to draw the circle, which is indicates the cam. So the circle we have given the 50 mm. So the radius of the cam is 50 mm. So the minimum radius of the cam is 50 mm. So we have to take the radius as 50 mm and draw a circle. So first of all, we have to divide the cam circle into 4 equal parts. That is outstroke, dwell, return stroke, and remaining dwell period. So in the first section, that is the outstroke section, you have to divide the 100 degrees angle. So you have to first take 100 degrees from the vertical line. So from this point, you have to take 100 degrees in the protractor and divide the 100 degrees into 6 number of equal parts. So after dividing the 6 number of equal parts, you have to expand these lines, that is extend these lines to some extent. So these 6 divisions have been indicated as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as indicated in the displacement diagram. Now take the length of 1 to B, that is capital V. So 1 to B as length and 1 as the center. Draw an arc on the extended line. So we get the point as B. So మనం 1B 1 నుంచి B కి లెంత్ తీసుకోవాలి. తీసుకొని సో ఇక్కడ క్యామ్ లో మనం ఫస్ట్ లైన్ ఉంది కదా, ఈ ఫస్ట్ లైన్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఆర్క్ కట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో ఎక్స్టెండెడ్ లైన్ మీద ఒక ఆర్క్ కట్ చేసుకోండి, అక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ వస్తుంది, బి అనే పాయింట్ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్ ద సేమ్ ప్రొసీజర్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ ది 2C. So 2 and capital C length, and then cut those up from 2 as center. So these 2 point as center, cut those up, and we get the point as C. So do the same procedure for the other points also. That is 3 to D, 4 to E, 5 to F, and 6 to G. Take all these lengths and cut those arcs. We will obtain these points, that is B, C, D, E, F, G. So join the points from A to G by using a freehand curve. So do not take it with the compass or any other thing. We have to do it with the freehand curve only. Then take 80 degrees for the dual period. So this is the dual period. So from this point you have to take the 80 degrees in the protractor and take OG as length, O as center, draw an arc by using a compass. So from O to G, draw an arc to H. So to 80 degrees, we have to draw this arc, not by using the freehand curve. We are drawing it by using the compass only because it is 12 period. And the next section is outstroke. So divide the 90 degrees outstroke return stroke section into 6 number of equal parts. So this is the return stroke section, and this is 90 degrees. So divide the 90 degrees section into outstroke return stroke section into 6 equal parts as we did in the outstroke section. Name it as 1 to 1 dash 2 dash 3 dash to 6 dash. So we get the same procedure, and going to the displacement diagram, take the length as 1 dash to J, 2 dash to K, 3 dash to L, 4 dash to M, 5 dash to N, and 6 dash to P. Then from 1 dash, draw an extended line. Then 1 dash as center, take 1 dash as J in the length in the displacement diagram, and cut those off from 1 dash to extended line. So we got the point as J. So take the positions for the similar points also, similar procedure for the remaining points also. Then we have trend J, L, M, N, and P. So from H to P, by joining all these points, you have to draw a freehand curve. So then remaining is the dual period. We have to draw the thick line on the base circle only. So we have the knife edge follower. So it is of the 1 point. So this is the cam profile diagram. Next, you have to draw the offset follower. So the profile of the cam be using the offset by 15 mm. So the profile of the cam and the line stroke of the follower is offset, may be drawn as we discussed below. So you have to draw the cam profile with a radius of 50 mm. So draw a circle of 50 mm radius. Then from the center of the cam circle, you have to take 15 mm to the right side of it, that is offset, and draw an vertical line. Then you have to rectify the point, the starting point of the knife edge follower, and we have to start the point from there. We have to draw the profile of the cam from there by using the same procedure as we have done in the before cam profile, that is this profile. So we have to take the first outstroke section, and we have divided the 100 degrees angle. So you have to take the point from here and join the cam. Then you have to divide the 6 number of equal parts, and then the extended point is taken from the offset circle. And then we have to take the extended lines and draw the freehand curve by using the lens on displacement diagram. So you have to take the dwell period next, which is consisting of 80 degrees. So this is the 80 degrees line, and then draw the curve with the compass, taking the radius as OG. So this is the OG radius. Take the length and draw an arc. Next is the return stroke. Then we have to divide the 6 number of equal parts, and then take the displacement diagram lens, and then we get the points. Draw the curve with the freehand curve, and then the remaining section will be the dwell period, which is drawn on the base circle. Then we have to take the acceleration and velocity values for drawing the velocity diagram and acceleration diagram. So first one is the maximum velocity of the follower during the outstroke and the return stroke. We know that angular velocity of the camshaft. So camshaft. So from the given speed that is 10, we have to calculate the angular velocity, that is omega. So we have derived formula omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. So this is the formula. Then by substituting it, we have got 94.26 as omega value. Then we are going to find the maximum velocity of the follower during the outstroke, that is velocity of the outstroke. So we have the formula velocity of the outstroke as 2 into omega into s by theta of O. So this is the formula, that is velocity of the outstroke is equal to 2 into omega dash by theta of O. Then we have got the value of for the outstroke velocity as 4.32 meters per second. 4.32 meters per second. That is for the velocity of the outstroke. Next, we have the velocity for the return stroke, that is Vr is equal to 2 into omega into s by theta of r. That is omega value is 94.26, theta for the return stroke, that is 1.571. Lift of the follower, that is stroke, is 0.04 meters. So by substituting, we got the value as 4.8 meters per second. The value is 4.8 meters per second. So these are the two values for the velocity for the outstroke and velocity for the return stroke. Then we have to take the maximum acceleration of the following during the outstroke and return stroke. So we have to take the two values, that is acceleration for the outstroke. So we have formula for the acceleration of the outstroke for uniform acceleration and retardation motion. That is acceleration for the outstroke is 4 into omega square into s by theta of outstroke whole square. So we have got the value as 467 meters per second square. So this is the value we have got for the acceleration for the outstroke. That is 467 meters per second square. And next we have to find the maximum acceleration of the follower for the return stroke also. So the formula is A of R, that is acceleration for the return stroke, 4 into omega square into S by theta of R whole square. So we have obtained it as the value for the acceleration for return stroke as 576 meters per second square. So then we have to take these four values, that is acceleration values of 467, 576 and 4.32 and 4.8 for the velocity of for the outstroke and return stroke values to the displacement diagram. So we have to draw the edges of these displacement diagram through the straight lines and then draw a baseline. So this is the baseline to some distance from the displacement diagram. Draw a baseline and then take the outstroke section for the dotted lines and take the first value, that is velocity for the outstroke value. We have got 4.32 meters per second. From the center of the section, that is from the third line, take the length 4.32 and draw a triangle for it. So draw a triangle and then we go to the return stroke. We have got 4.8 meters per second. We have to take it in the downside of the baseline, that is below the baseline. We have to take 4.8 meters per second in the 3 dash line, that is the center line of the return stroke, and draw a triangle. So that is the velocity diagram taken here. So then draw the acceleration diagram also. So for the acceleration, we have got 576 meters per second square for the outstroke and 576 meters per second square for the return stroke. So 467 meters per second square for the outstroke. We have to take it with the length and draw a rectangle. And draw a rectangle on the lower end also like this. So in the return stroke section also we have to draw the same for the acceleration diagram. So we have to draw like this. So this is the acceleration diagram. So for the, we have to keep in mind that we have to, what the motion of the follower. Here the motion of the follower is uniform acceleration and retardation. For the uniform acceleration and retardation, for the velocity diagram, you need to draw the triangles, and for the acceleration diagram, you need to draw the rectangles for the length. So this is the problem they have given. So by this, I'm going to end this class. Thank you.